What if the secret to landing more jobs has nothing to do with your price, portfolio, or how long you've been in business, and everything to do with how long it takes you to hit send? Today's guest closes about 50 to 60% of his leads. And when I asked him how he does that, the answer was almost too simple. He sends the estimate the same day. So stick around if you want to hear the secret to closing more jobs and getting more out of your leads. Thank you, Marjan and Vitore, for joining me today. I'd love to learn a little bit more about yourselves and your business. If you want, maybe just start with a little bit about yourselves and kind of how you got into this in the first place.
Yes, hi. Thank you for having us. This started in 2016, all his idea and his hard work. And yeah, we kind of worked all these years until we found you, which happened to be the greatest thing ever.
I appreciate that. So I know that you started in Europe, right? You didn't start in America. I know that
It-
backstory. So maybe you want to talk to me a little bit about that and how you learned the trade and came here and made it your own.
Working there is little different from here.
What's different about it?
Everything is different.
There, I guess you work
Yeah.
more with cement and
Brick
yeah.
here is sheetrock, wood, plywood. And there, cement, brick, and something.
Yeah,
Everything is different.
I think in Europe they use better quality materials and like people actually care about aesthetics more. Here it's sort of like, I don't know, I see a lot of plastic. Everything is just plastic.
No, for besides that, I guess the idea over there, if they build a house, is that lives forever almost.
Build one time.
That's
Right.
kind of
But that I feel like that's like the better way to think about it. Like it's not so wasteful and things are just they
exactly.
last longer. I feel like anything here, it just seems to last like maybe 10 to 15 years and then it just completely everything starts breaking on
You
you all
have
at once.
to start again, right?
So tell me a little bit about what you do. What kind of services do you offer for your customers?
Here in America,
Yeah,
a general contractor inside on site for renovation.
pretty much everything.
For now, in Westchester, only Westchester.
Yeah. You're not doing New York City anymore?
No,
Fell
Okay.
in love with
I don't blame you. I feel like the city is like a whole different beast to try to navigate. I don't know what the rules and regulations are there, but it doesn't sound easy to do work in the city.
that's
more easy here in
Yeah.
Westchester.
Yes. I
Everything you have around Home Depot, the store, everything is different. No traffic, no tickets for the cars, but everything is good.
right. You pull up to a driveway
Yeah.
and unload everything you need. I totally understand that. I don't blame you.
The morning, afternoon, lost too much time. So
Right. And parking and like you have to park on the
parking,
other
forget
side of
about
the
it.
road.
Tickets,
Yeah.
$150 every day.
I know. I get it. And if you could find the business in Westchester, then go for that. I don't blame you.
right.
So I have another question for you. Did either of you have like a mentor or someone that you learned from that got you started in this?
I guess back in Italy, he had very good mentors, actually great, but not here, actually. Here was everything what he got from there and what he was looking here. And he put everything together in his hard work. So it made it work, but not here, really. Over there, yes. He
Okay.
learned from the best.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. I think that honestly, I think that sets you apart from a lot of other contractors because you had this very highly skilled training and you're not just trying to learn from kind of the American way, which might be to cut corners or to do things differently. So
Different.
yeah, exactly. I think that's really special that you had that. So, something I noticed when I talk to business owners like you is that the busier that you get, the harder it is to kind of stay that like local business that can attend to everything all at once. Do you feel like that's true for you or you feel like you manage it really well? You know what? Actually, a lot of the contractors I work with, like their wife is a very integral part of the business. They do a lot of the computer stuff. They do a lot more of like the tech, background. And then I feel like, the man is usually out there kind of like managing everything on site. So I think that that's really cool, like to have a family, business and have things that you're working on together. And you guys have you have great communication. I know you have great communication with the clients. So I think that's really special.
I actually see that the people, the clients here are great and open to listen to you and work with you. It's amazing. I have been working great with him.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I feel like if you have suggestions or good suggestions, people are willing to listen. And I feel like the fact that you've done a lot of you guys do a lot of like European style or like more, it looks like high end style. So I feel like you have those suggestions to give, which I think people really want because I don't think they have a vision. I don't think they know what they want. But I feel like when they see one of your pictures, it's instantly like, yeah, I definitely want that
One
that
that.
way.
Right. Right.
And they all look very nice and very, like, high tech, and just very, like, clean lines and polished. I like it. It's, like, got, like, a lot of a modern vibe to it, a lot of them, that you guys do. It looks really great.
Thank you.
So I have another question for you. If you could hand off one thing tomorrow that you never wanted to do again in your business, what would it be?
I guess when you want to reach somewhere, it's always a high road to reach. But I guess I didn't spend a lot of money and time or in different leads, which didn't make sense on the test before we met you. So I guess a lot of them was better not to. I would give up on that.
What did you try before?
One was HomeAdvisor, and I don't remember another one too. And
Something like that.
Thumbtack also. It's very very stressful actually. The easiest way that we love it's yours for now.
It's hard to get the job with the home advisor and another thing.
Yeah, and so you're competing against a lot of other contractors, right? Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
that's what
It
I
it, it seemed many times it seemed though they're not even real.
And with you, it's more easy to get the job.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but
I think it's you know what? It's because the way that I've designed the system, it's like
exactly.
the customer already has a lot of reviews that they're able to read. The customer can already see some of the project pictures. They've already done that initial research in the background. So whether they're coming in through your listing or your website or my listing or my website, they've seen some things that they like already. And that sort of pre-sells them because sometimes they'll call in and say, "Oh, like I saw this picture on your listing and I want something like it." So automatically they have it in mind like, "Oh, this person knows what they're doing. This person can produce the results." And then they see the reviews. Whereas I think with HomeAdvisor, it's mainly people that are in this initial phase of planning where they wanna get 15 different quotes, and they don't really have an idea of what they want for design-wise or budget-wise.
Exactly. Yeah.
Your budget, then how are you gonna go with somebody when you just have no idea what you want? So, I think that's what differentiates it, and then when you give it to 5 or 6 different contractors, of course, it's gonna be overwhelming for them, and it's gonna be hard for you to land the job when you're competing against all these other people that have, a very similar thing to offer.
But also the physical position, like address, it matters also
Yes.
because with that one, it's everything online, I guess.
Yeah, for sure it is. And like you said, you want to get customers in Westchester, so you want to make sure they're local and not outside of the area. So yeah, all the things
Right.
that we do, make sure that they are as local as possible and like your absolute best clients because you have a very good like your closing rate from what I could see is almost like 50 to 60%. Like that's a really high closing rate. Like a lot of people don't have that, but I feel like whatever you're doing when you go in there to make the actual sale is really helping to secure the job for you.
I'm glad you see that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really true. Like because sometimes I have contractors on trial because I'm just, kind of seeing how they work. And sometimes even after we go through like 15 to 20 leads, they haven't closed one of them yet. And I know that these are really highly qualified. So I'm kind of like, hey, what's going on here? Something is not happening. There's a disconnect there.
I guess That's one of many things that the hard work he does, because the time that he goes and sees the job and he's back home, he makes sure to send the estimate and whatever they ask for as soon as he have a chance. And I guess they see and appreciate it. It's one of the things that could maybe work.
Yeah. Oh, it's 100% the thing that works.
They don't want to wait, right?
And you would be surprised how many companies and how many contractors, like, they will not get the estimate for like a week or two. And if you have somebody that's waiting on you, like, to me, I'd be really annoyed by that, because I'd be like, hey, you came here. What exactly are you waiting for to,
Exactly.
get me the prices? Because I also want to compare it to maybe a couple other
With
prices.
others.
Right.
Mhm.
So it's like the first 2 or 3 that come in, those are the first ones you're gonna look at. Are you gonna wait 2 weeks for that other guy to give you the one? And then, then people say, "Oh, well, I don't book any jobs." Well, yeah, because you didn't give them the quote. Like, it just, to me, it doesn't make sense. I think your system, it works really well, and it's because of the speed that you get them the information, and that's super important. You get a lot of positive reviews, people leave you good reviews. A lot of that really helps by just doing all of these things that are making people happy, and then in the end, it
I'm
gives
trying to make it happy.
yeah, exactly, but it's all part of that, and then everything that you do that is good, they remember,
Yeah, but
and then when
sometimes
they
it's
go to
so
give you the
hard.
review, yeah, I get it, and I get that completely, but whatever you're doing it's really
It's
working, so.
working.
Speaking of that, where do you see your business in, let's say, 5 to 10 years from now?
Oh,
It's a good question. The one he loves the most.
after I find it, you forget about it. Now it's very, very, very well.
Good. That's really good. I'm
Okay.
glad to hear that.
Yeah, because I tell her 2020, 24, December. I tell her this year, good. But 2025 is coming very nice because never start the January New Year job with you.
Because usually winter is hard for all the construction. That's
Mhm.
why January especially was one month that was harder. And then it starts, of course, but January is hard.
I get it. I get it. Yeah. Honestly, like, that's a really important part to it. In the winter, things just dry up. And that's for a lot of businesses. Like, maybe not for emergency work, like your boiler
Yes.
or your furnace
Mhm.
or something like that. But for like remodeling and other vanity projects, people don't want to redo their kitchen in the winter when they have to grill outside for a
Yes,
month.
exactly.
So they choose to wait. And of course, if you have maybe like one bathroom in your house, it'd be better if it's summer and maybe you could plan a little vacation as part of it. So I totally get that. And I think that's the point, that you guys have secured steady leads that come in all year round, which means steady income that comes in all year round. And a lot of businesses don't have that. They have it seasonally and then it drops off and then they have to work to kind of get it back again the next year, and it's
The
almost
next,
a feast or famine type of situation. So I understand what you mean completely.
I guess his idea of where he would like to be in few years. I guess it's like now maybe he have one or two open jobs and he
Three
goes
job
back
already.
three. Okay, could 1, 2, 3, and could happen that
It's a small thing, painting guys, painting one room, but
yeah,
it's a
little
big.
things.
So I have one big job with one architect. I call him from Google.
That's from you.
That- From
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yeah, I did a second job with him.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
Jefferson Valley last year. They finished one full renovation with him. The first job. Him is very happy with me. Another job here, Armonk. It's nice area here, Westchester.
That's awesome.
Another two jobs come in, maybe a couple months come in already.
So
Uh,
yeah,
uh,
that is the
now we think this one is the best. Now it's good for me.
that's his goal, to have few jobs in the same area that he
Never before.
could control all of them without having to move to the city, back to
No more
Westchester.
city no more.
Yes,
Bye bye.
you're the second person I talked to, like, this month that said the same thing. He used to work in the city, and he said it was just like it was a huge pain, all of it. So
Never know. Never know. Maybe back again city, but I think no.
Right. I mean, if you don't have to, if you and you've established a reputation in Westchester that you can then rely on, and you don't have to go back to the city, hopefully.
That's not a goal.
Right, so that would be great if you could have, like, a couple jobs going on in the same area at a time, and then you don't have to do a lot of traveling, you don't have to do a lot of, like you can also be present on the job site so people see you there more often, which I think makes people feel more confident, when you're there kind of overseeing things. I love
He
that, I love
does.
that direction. Yeah, no, I know that, and I love the
He
direction.
does. He does control, like he's present, not control. It's the wrong way of saying he's present because he goes like morning and goes in afternoon to the other one and then goes back and or stay all day and finish what he have to do and make sure everything runs great.
Yeah, which is good. What is something that helps you guys to stay organized and stay on top of everything?
I think it's him. It's only him, the way how he like to do things. Like I said before, if he has something in his hands, he wants to finish with it and go at the end of the day, he wants to close everything that he started for the day. Mostly what he can.
That's good. I think that's very smart. Because you don't get backed up. And then,
Yes.
again, this is how people become 2 weeks out with an estimate. And really, that's what ends up happening is that people just don't do it. They don't finish it. And then 2 weeks later, you're remembering to finish something from 2 weeks ago. So I think that's a smart move.
Because a lot of people here in Westchester, before start the job, asked you how many days you needed for finish one bathroom or one kitchen or something like this. Because no one a long time because everybody lost time and money, no.
Yeah.
So I try to maybe I needed 10 days, I needed 12 days just in case. Maybe never know something wrong, but try to finish the time.
Give himself some extra day, but he's always in the time most
Mhm.
of yes.
No, that's important too, especially if you're telling someone this is the price for this amount of days, and then all of a sudden it's taking an extra month. That's not what they agreed to. And then I could understand that there's confusion. And then also, like for your own planning and your own crews, they need to know how long they're going to be there for, or you need to know how long they're going to be there for so that you can start the next job.
Actually, that's kind of the real one, but sometimes even if you do your best, it doesn't always depends on you. Especially sometimes depends when you work with the city with permissions, they take longer. Sometimes you don't expect to be that long, but it doesn't always depends on you.
Right. If you're upfront about it, hey, this is going to take a little longer than I thought. I'm really sorry, but I think people
Right.
understand that. And I think when it comes to permitting, people do understand
They
that.
know.
With the permit, everybody understand because the inspector have to schedule day, the waiting, electric framing. So
Right. And there's different project points where they have to come. So I totally get that. There was a house down the street from me, and I think they had something wrong with like the permit. They were doing their roof, and their roof was like open for like 6 months. And I
Gosh,
feel really bad for that family because they can't get it back into their house. But it's not their contractor's fault. It's just the
for
town
sure.
doesn't want to approve something or something went wrong. Sucks.
I know.
in 3 months, I have to finish one full renovation with the permit in Yorktown last year with architect. So with the permit and everything,
It took 3 months.
in 3 months, full renovation.
That's really good.
In 3 months, 3 months and a half with the inspector and then
Wow.
with the permit and everything. Outside and
Was
inside.
great, actually.
We're about to wrap up. So my last section, it's kind of like a quick fire round. Just quick, I'd love to just hear these little things and they're funny, they can be quirky. What is the best job you ever did? What made it memorable to you?
I guess a lot.
You don't have
What
one
is
that
the
stuck
one
out
that
as a favorite?
the favorite one? You don't have a favorite one?
The construction, I like it whole thing. I don't care if it's all. I don't like it the plaster and painting. I hear it the one, but the rest I don't care.
He calls it art. So
Oh.
at the end you see the result that it's all about.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is art. Look, even behind you, it kind of looks like a plaster painting. And it's like it's art. It really is.
It's art, yeah.
Well, it leads me to the next one. I don't know if you have an answer to this or not, but what is the funniest or most unexpected thing that happened to you at a job site or on a job?
You know more about that.
Funny. Fun in the job?
Not really. Nothing funny happened. There's nothing funny going on.
That's fine. I get it. I get it.
I like it, the construction. I know it's not, some people in the morning, so it's not happy, the hard job today, I have to do this, I have to do that one. For me, it's not no problem.
He have passion, basically.
Good.
Yeah, so I have to remove the concrete or jackhammer or the mixed cement or sheetrock and 4 floors, 3 floors, doesn't matter, no problem.
Yeah, I think it's great that you have a passion for it. And I think it is kind of like a work of art because you're giving someone, you're pretty much beautifying their space. You're taking something that was like kind of old or not functional and making it functional and beautiful. And honestly, every time I walk into my bathroom downstairs, I look at it and I go, "Oh my God, this is like so beautiful." And I just think like it's a work of art. It really is.
True, that's true.
I'm not like a some people after look at the watch for 4:30 or 5:45 go home. For me, no, it's no problem. Can I stop later, take a look everything, maybe something wrong or I needed something for tomorrow.
Yeah. How do you manage a good work-life balance?
What do
Like,
you mean?
I guess it would mean like, you have your personal life, you have your work life, but like, how do you kind of turn off from work and kind of get in home mode? And then do you have an off button or you're just kind of always on?
He's very into when he's on the job, but once he leaves, he makes sure it's all safe and good and placed. And actually, he does have a very good button because he is like, when I come home, I am home. Or especially Sundays, he's like, it's Sunday. I don't want to be bothered.
Job is job, forget about idea. That's
Yeah, I don't blame you. You need to have that. And
no.
you can't have people calling you at all hours of the day. You have to set some
He-
boundaries.
yeah,
Some people calling at this time, I don't care. I can pick up the phone.
the thing is that you're able to manage more than one.
What is the biggest lesson you've learned that's end up costing you the most, but you're glad that you learned it? I know that's a tough question, but is there anything that happened where it was kind of like a costly mistake, but it was probably a good thing because you learned a lot from it?
It was in the beginning when he started. He sometimes trust in probably the wrong people, but it's all a lesson. It's totally fine. Like yeah, that was one of them. And when in the beginning, it gets all together. When it's hard that you already started, it's hard already to get the job. And then if you find the wrong person,
Mhm.
then you get stuck in a kind of not a good situation. That's one thing to met the wrong people, which always you could in every area of life and
Yep.
even in construction could happen.
Of course, and it could derail you into the wrong path
Yes.
or a path that maybe makes you maybe not even lose money, but not make as much money as you would have. Even like you said, like going with HomeAdvisor, like you probably didn't make as much money with it, but you spent money with them.
Actually, we more spend it than what we got. Yeah, honestly.
I do believe that. I think there are some people that really swear by HomeAdvisor, and I think it's because they've just cracked the code to I don't know how, but most people that I hear from say it's just not very good, and it's quite frustrating to even use the app or to call these people that never call you
Real.
back.
Yes.
That's
It's so
frustrating.
hard and complicated. Yes.
Do they give you your money back if it's like a bad
No, they don't do that.
that's terrible. That's really
I guess sometime when it's really when you prove that was a fake call, then maybe.
Mhm.
Otherwise, not.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, anyways, this was really nice to speak to you. I like doing this and I like getting to know people as more than just kind of the person that I'm working with. I like working with you guys, but I like getting to know you much better. So thank you so much for hopping on today. Marianne, tell the audience how they can find you if they want a beautiful bathroom or kitchen or a full house renovation anywhere in Westchester.
They can find us and Google Radi General Contracting Corp. And with you connecting, which have been a blessing to meet you. It have been great. We had a lot of great people, a lot of great clients in the best area of New York. We're lucky to be with you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And you guys are really great to work with always.